if you are observing, you may see some children are happy. Some are not happy. Some they will not even come close to whereby they are. They will just hang somewhere else. Then sometimes we do call them. What is the problem? By doing these things, it helps them to bring them together, to unite, and to forget the past, and at least to make them grow with good habits by loving each other, by loving one after, and loving their colleagues.
When the crisis started, it was really, really traumatizing, especially to people coming from the affected areas. That's the northern axis of Adamawa State. So psychosocial support is one of the immediate and basic intervention provided to victims or survivors. What they basically need immediately: food, water, shelter. Yes, but somebody who is very traumatized will also need to be supported psychosocially. Why? Because if I'm so traumatized, will I be comfortable enough to even eat the food that will be provided to me? Or will I be sleeping in the shelter being provided? Of course not, because I'm traumatized and possibly I am not even in touch with my environment. Psychosocial support is not a one-day activity, is not a one-off services, it's a continuous services. You know, you start at the beginning until you can see your survivor or your victim or the person affected gradually coming back and getting in touch with his or her immediate environment. Okay, so you continually provide these services until the person is fully aware and has accepted the situation she or he found him or herself within.
The protection and the safety that children feel when they are at home, the protection and safety that children had when they were in school, the protection and safety that children had when they were living in a normal society, in a normal community. So now, the insurgents has flipped that over. Now you have homes destroyed. You have parents who are the main protectors of children killed, or maimed, or otherwise incapacitated. You have women who are the parents of the children, who are the caretakers, again killed, maimed, displaced. You have children themselves. Some of the children have been killed. Some of the children have been abducted. Some of the children have been recruited to join the combatants. So, in a nutshell, this insurgence, which has been going on for 9 years now, it has totally undermined the protective environment that is necessary for children to grow and develop.
Now I'm asking them which one of them does not Baka makaranta? Okay. Ama sai cin tuwo?
Most of the children in this PSS program, they were not even able to sleep. Just sleeping was a problem, and this is for people who are experts in this area, they will tell you that this is one of those signs that psychosocially the children are not well. So seeing somebody, okay, being able to go to sleep in the normal hours of sleep, okay, and continue to sleep until when they wake up, it's something good. It's something that has to be applauded. So you have things like this. And then of course there are certain emotions that are tested. The things that we take for granted, like you can crack a joke, everybody else is laughing but someone is not.
We are dealing with, I don't want to use the technical term, but for want of any other way to express it, it is actually still the PTSD, that's the post-traumatic stress disorders. For some of those children that were actually in the eye of the storm of the insurgency, some of them have actually been related in one way or the other with the armed opposition groups and things like that. So if those services were not there, then basically we are dealing with potential cases of child soldiers, people that have witnessed all manner of violence and then come back to the community without proper reintegration process of psychosocial support services and counseling and all that, and then they are just embedded back into the society. Of course, they grow up becoming how do I put it, the layabouts and people that cause much troubles in the society. Of course, you should know what I mean.
It does not have to apply just to children who have experienced trauma or crisis. No, to all children, they need it. So I think the package should be extended beyond camps, beyond host communities. We want to see a situation whereby these camps are closed. People have gone back to their areas. Okay, even those returnees, the services should be extended. It's not a one-day services. Like I said, it's a continuous services. Even after the crisis, maybe the people have gone back to their communities, they need psychosocial support services, because they will continue to think, oh, I was this before, I was that, I had this, but now I can hardly fend for myself. So it's also very traumatizing.